So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's gonna be about the Marvel Comics character Ghost Rider. Oh, very cool. Hey, I heard they're developing an Iron Man movie, too. Well, nobody likes that character, so that's probably not gonna work out. Yeah, don't really see that going too well, to be honest, so tell me about this movie. Well, we're gonna meet this motorcycle stunt kid, Johnny Blaze, and his dad has a nasty cough. Oh, well, that's probably nothing, right? Actually, it turns out that he's sick. What? Yeah, that's what the cough was hinting at, and Johnny finds out. Oh, you foreshadowing son of a gun. That's good. So anyway, that night, Johnny is approached by a creepy old dude who's like, hey, I'll save your dad, and all it's gonna cost you is your soul. Oh, very obviously the devil. Yeah, so the next day, Johnny's dad is all healthy again, but then later that day, he dies in a stunt gone wrong. A very sneaky devil. Yeah, so the devil tells Johnny, well, you're cursed now, okay? So one day I'm gonna call upon you. Oh, no. Yeah, so Johnny ditches his girlfriend Roxanne and leaves town. Well, what does he tell his girlfriend? Nothing. He just drives up to the spot where they were supposed to meet and takes off. Why even drive there if he's not gonna give an explanation? Oh, I don't know, but he's gonna do it. Fair enough. So like 20 years later, Johnny is a famous stuntman now, and it seems like he can't die, so there's some weird stuff going on. Okay. And then we're gonna head out into the desert and meet this bad guy, Blackheart, who's the devil's son. Oh, what does he do? Well, he like appears and then does a spooky scream thing. It's gonna be nuts. Who does he scream at? I don't know, just a nobody, I guess. He just walks in the desert and screams at nobody? He does, and then he goes into a biker bar and kills everybody. Why? Because he's evil. We gotta establish that. Well, okay then, so what does he want? Well, he wants like this old magical contract that's gonna give him 1,000 evil souls, and let me tell you, the devil is not happy about that. Can't the devil do anything about it? No, the devil has no power over his son in this realm. Why not? Oh, I'm actually glad you asked. Give me a second. Because, oh yeah, no, that works. So obviously the devil's gonna need the Ghost Rider to take care of this for him, right? So the devil only has the power to give someone the power to deal with this? That's what we're going with. Well, okay then. So anyway, Johnny has this big stadium jump, right? And it turns out that Roxanne is a reporter now, and she's covering the jump. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so she interviews him, and then she takes off. She doesn't stay to watch the jump she was assigned to cover. She doesn't know. So after the stunt is done, Johnny takes off and catches up with her on the highway to ask her on a date. So wait, it's okay for them to date now? Yeah, he decided it's okay now for some reason, but then later she's at the restaurant and he's not showing up. Well, what's he doing? He's looking at himself in the mirror. Oh, he is. And she's all sad and stuff, so she checks her magic 8-ball to see what's going on. Oh, 8 balls are tight, but also what? Well, okay, here's the thing. I've never been on a date before, nor have I ever met a human woman. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So then the devil shows up and tells Johnny, guess what? You're the Ghost Rider now. And then he transforms. Wow, 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 wow. And now Johnny's got to fight Blackheart and his 3 henchmen. Oh, how does that go? Well, one of the henchmen hits Johnny with a big truck and crushes him. Oh, no. Yeah, but because he's Ghost Rider, he can't be hurt, so he kills one of the henchmen right off the bat. Wow, so what does Blackheart do? Well, he leaves. He takes off. What? Why? Well, the movie's not over yet. It's not time for the big showdown. Right, of course. And then Ghost Rider stumbles upon this bad guy who's mugging this Jellicle lady. Oh, so what does Ghost Rider do to this guy? Well, this bad guy stabs Ghost Rider, but then Ghost Rider uses something called the penance stare to, like, burn this guy's soul. Oh, yeah, murder that street criminal, Johnny. Take his life. So then the next day, Johnny wakes up in a graveyard and meets this guy called the Caretaker that sews up his stab wound. Wait, so Ghost Rider getting stabbed resulted in Johnny having a stab wound? That's right. But you said he also got crushed by a truck. Oh, whoops. So later, Johnny starts to figure out how to use his powers, right? He shoots a little fireball. Okay. And then Roxanne shows up and she apologizes. Wait, she apologizes? Yeah, and then he tells her, you know, I'm Ghost Rider. I'm the devil's bounty hunter now. And of course, she doesn't believe him. So he shows her the fireball thing he just did? He doesn't. No. Why not? I don't know. Oh, okay. But then Johnny gets arrested and he just goes crazy as Ghost Rider. He kills one of the henchmen and the cops riddle him with bullets. And so is Johnny gonna wake up with a bunch of bullet holes, or he's not? No. That was just a one-time thing with the stab wound? That was just a one-time thing with the stab wound. That's right. Very inconsistent. So then Blackheart kidnaps Roxanne and he's like, well, Johnny, you gotta get me the contract or she dies. Uh-oh. So then Johnny goes to see the Caretaker and he reveals that he's had the contract in his shovel this whole time. In his shovel? Yeah, in his frickin' shovel. And then he tells Johnny, you know, since you sold your soul for a good reason, you got the power of God on your side. If selling your soul for a good reason puts the power of God on your side, why would the devil choose someone with a sick dad in the first place? I don't know. Fair enough. So then the Caretaker reveals that he's a Ghost Rider too, except on a horse, and he takes Johnny where he needs to go. Oh, double Ghost Riders. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so then they get there, and the Caretaker's like, well, gotta go. Well, he's not gonna help. There's not gonna be a a cool fight scene with him? No, he's gonna leave. He said he only had one turn left in him and he was saving it for this. Why wouldn't he help try to save the world before running away, though? I don't know, I'm just kind of doing stuff. Oh, okay, so he leaves? He leaves, he's gone. So what happens next? Well, there's gonna be a showdown between Johnny and Blackheart, but the penance stare doesn't work on him because he doesn't have a soul. Wow, so it's gonna be tough for Johnny to beat him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, Blackheart gets the contract and he absorbs 1,000 souls. Blackheart immediately undoes the one thing protecting him from Ghost Rider's powers. That's what we're going with, yeah? Oh, a very dumb demon. So then Ghost Rider is able to kill Blackheart and save the day. Wow. And so then the devil shows up and he's like, hey, thanks for killing my son, man. You can have your soul back. And then Johnny and Roxanne live happily ever after. Well, no, we can't have that happen. What? We should have Johnny tell the devil he's keeping his powers and have the devil be all mad about it. So the devil can give power, but he can't take it away. And then Johnny can tell Roxanne, well, looks like we can't be together. Like, I don't get why you want all these changes. Why would I want the main character to still have his superpowers and not be tied down to a romantic interest at the end of the movie? Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying here.
There's always a purpose. All right, this was a good one. This was a good one, guys. I think I particularly liked how the plot hole of, okay, he had a stab wound from one thing, but he doesn't have bullet holes from when the cops are pretty much shooting him as Ghost Rider. So very inconsistent use of powers and when they translate to him in his human form. Makes no sense. Now, the funny thing is, I have not seen the sequel. What is it, Spirit of Vengeance or something of Vengeance? I don't know. I have not seen Ghost Rider 2. Saw the first one. I've only seen it once. I've seen parts of it every now and then, but I've only seen it all the way through one time. I just really don't care for it. The transformation was the main part I was looking forward to. That's really all I cared about. And seeing him use his powers and stuff like that. But it was, when I think of movies like The Wolfman or An American Werewolf in London, or is it Paris? I think it's London. Like, I think of transformation style movies. Even, shoot, I'll even put The Fly in there. Like, I like transformation horror. And this is kind of like that, even though it's almost like a comedy, action, horror flick. I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. And I like how Rider Guy in this says, I'm just kind of doing stuff. Like, he doesn't really care. He could have used I don't care here because it would have made a lot of sense. But yeah, this movie is not one of my favorites. I like what they were doing with Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Didn't see all the episodes, but I like what they were doing there. Seemed like they were taking the character more seriously. I'm hoping Marvel does something with it in the MCU at some point. That'd be cool. Since they're doing Blade, you can kind of incorporate Ghost Rider somewhere in all that because that's all supernatural. So I think that'd be kind of cool if they do something with the character at some point. Even if they sprinkle stuff here and there, I think that'd be pretty cool. What are your thoughts on Ghost Rider, the first film anyway? Because again, I haven't seen the second, so I can't talk about it. But the first film, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about this pitch meeting. I think it was pretty funny. Ryan does a good job of exploiting all of the plot holes in a very, very funny way. So I like what he did here. So yeah, let's talk about it. Before you go, check out some of our most popular videos on the channel. You can also check out our most recent reaction right over here. If you've seen all that already, then I'll see you guys in the comments for this one.